Brad Williams, Excel Prime, dealing with duplicates. Tiebreaker. They're nifty. Not really. All we're going to use is COUNTIF, and we're going to do a little bit of manipulation here with an assist column. What are we doing? Use a tiebreaker if we have duplicates. We have duplicate price in this particular example. So let me walk you through our strategy here. Using an assist column and the COUNTIF function, you can adjust values to remove duplicates and break. All right, here's our tiebreaker. We have to throw that in separately in an assist column. Why? If you note here, we have costs. We have to do COUNTIF. Why? Well, if we do COUNTIF, we're going to find duplicates. And if we do, we'll add an incremental amount. Here we add a penny. You could go 0, 0. You could just add something to differentiate a tie. So here, you're going to see Walmart has the same cost as Safeway. The way this works is whoever shows up first is a priority. So we just need to recognize any other duplicates and change their ranking by a small amount. Then we're going to go over here. We're going to go over here, and then we're just going to use small. And small is going to look at this, and they're going to, any ties, well, it's going to show up in a different rank, or in terms of its priority, F9. You can see here, our low price is going to be 27 bucks. Then our second low price is going to be 29, and then third is 29.01. Here, because we're looking at G5 as our cheapest, fine, we're going to get 27 bucks. Our second is going to be 29, and then our third is going to be 29.01. It's simple. It's just a matter of incorporating this assist column. This is just the tiebreaker. We added C5 plus, and then it's going to be this 0.01. Here, it's just a simple index match. We're just looking up 27. We're trying to find this. We're trying to match this 27 to Walmart or the corresponding price. Got it? We can read on. When using functions such as small, large, or rank to rank the highest or lowest values, you may encounter ties if your data contains duplicates. Adding an assist column will adjust values and then ranking those values in place of the original. There's one way to break ties. The COUNTIF, this COUNTIF function, using the COUNTIF function in an expanding list will accommodate our requirement. The expanding reference is used so that COUNTIFs returns a running count of values. In other words, you see this absolute value in C5? Well, that's just going to give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and COUNTIF C5. Next, 1 is subtracted from the results, making the count of all non-duplicate values equal to 0. The result is then multiplied by 0.01. This is just the adjustment value, which is intentionally small, so as not to have a significant impact on the original value. Here is just an example. We used, if we go down our column, we're going to use C plus COUNTIF times 0.01. C plus 1 minus 1 times 0.01. C5 plus 0 equals C5. However, Home Depot's running count of 5,000 is 2, so the estimate is changed. Okay, you can see where we go C5 plus 0.1 because there's now a running count of 5 grand. In other words, we see 2 5 grands. We have Amazon at 5 grand. Now we have Home Depot. Not in this example. It's 29 in this example, but in our narrative, we're just giving you an overview. Finally, small is used to basically rank this stuff in an index match. If you want to use that, we're going to tie up this 27 and find the relationship there. Hit F9 if it suits your need. In some cases, you're not going to see a tie. Just keep hitting F9. This won't trigger unless we're dealing with the first 3 low numbers. Problem with the VLOOKUP, it's a left search and it just won't work here. Otherwise, take a look here. If you're unfamiliar with index match, or it's just been one of those things you haven't used, remember, use it or lose it. We all run into that problem. And then here is just our layout. We have our assist, we have our cost, and then we have our tiebreaker. All right, here's a quick breakdown of this COUNTIF. From time to time, we just get stuck trying to overthink this. Here it is. COUNTIF, C5, C5. What are we doing? COUNTIF, C5, count here, C5 is C5, C5, C5. Here we have F9. Here, if you're stumped, look at this. We have our range. C5, C5, 32. We have our criteria, 32. COUNTIF, 1. Go down to the next one. Go down and go range, F9, 32, 44. Criteria, F9, 44. COUNTIF, 1. And then I want to find a duplicate. So if we go down here, what are we going to see? We're going to see this range. We're going to see this range here, F9. And we have 44, 29, 44, 29. What's our criteria? F9, 29. How many? COUNTIF. Well, there's going to be 2 based on our criteria. That's how this works. Not only in this picture, but anytime we use this combination, and we could use SUMIF or so many other functions, that this is all we're doing when we incorporate this function and these arguments. Then we're going over here, we're going COUNTIF, and we're subtract 1. I think the logic's pretty simple. We're trying to find duplicates. And if we subtract 1, well, that triggers a duplicate. If that's true, then we're going to multiply times 0.01. It's pretty nifty. Now the question is, what if there is 3 duplicates? I just pretended that we have the same cost, 14, 14, 14. You know the COUNTIF, what's it going to do? It's going to count. We're going to see 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to subtract 1, and we're going to get a 1, 2, and then 0.01 times 2 is, so here we have our priority. We break the tie by going Walmart, Amazon, Target. 14, 14, Walmart, Amazon, Target. Pretty slick, yeah? Thanks for watching. Brad Williams, Excel Primed. Brad Williams out.